Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mitch Bell. I'm a retired Marine Lieutenant Colonel, and today is Tall Tales with Taco Tuesday. I really appreciate you guys coming along, joining me. If this is your first time, my podcast started out as just kind of uh, talking to World War II guys and bringing them on the show and documenting their story. But as I branch out, I kind of find new and exciting people to interview. And one of them tonight, one of my past guys that I interviewed, Dwight Chugger Smith, he's an F-18 pilot, also does a lot of Hollywood work. And he called me up and he goes, dude, I have got the perfect person for you to interview. This guy is an actor in Hollywood, very successful actor, but he dropped everything he was doing to go help out his home country. Now, Fahim Fazli is Afghani. He left in the 90s. It's just a hell of a story. Running around as a spy, he didn't really realize he was working for the CIA, but spying on the Russians during the events in the 80s. He made it back over to the United States, got reunited with his family, and by God, he followed his dreams. And he was out in Hollywood. He's working hard. New Afghan war kicks in, and you know what? He raises his right hand, volunteers to join the State Department as the interpreter, working alongside our U.S. Marines in Afghanistan. Not one, two, but three times he went over there, three separate tours. And without any further ado, I would like to bring Fahim on. How are you, brother?
Thank you, sir. First of all, I want to thank you for your service, what you did for my birth country, people, and thank you for your service, for what you did for my adopted country, America. And thank you for inviting me to your show. I'm honored to be part of your show, and I'm honored to be part of Marines family.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the deal. There are a lot of people that take our country for granted. You are not one of those. And you
Nope.
especially are not somebody out in Hollywood who takes
Hollywood. I let go.
I think that was a Freudian slip. I
That was
slipped.
perfect.
I'm sorry. Hollywood.
That was
You know,
perfect.
out in Hollywood that basically, would do what you do. You literally dropped everything you were doing and put yourself in harm's way with the Marines. And we've got some pictures to show some of the IDs that went off while you were over there. But that's kind of this evening is all about you. I want people to know you because they do know you. They've seen you, your list of credits. Holy cow, you've got Fort Bliss, NCIS Los Angeles, NCIS New Orleans, Call of Duty, Argo, Deadliest Warrior, Louis. I could look at all this stuff, outsource.
American Sniper, 12 Strong, Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man, American Sniper, 12.
12 Strong.
Yeah, the 12 Strong and
Rock the
Break.
Casbah.
And Rock the Casbah with Bill Murray. I mean,
Yep.
Dude, you're working alongside major A-list talent. And now you're A-list talent, my friend.
Thank you for your beautiful comment. Thank you for your support. Yes, America's a land of opportunity. 1979, when the Russian invade Afghanistan, my mom, my dad was very modern people, very educated people. My dad was working for the president of National Bank. My mom was working for the president of Afghanistan as a midwife. And my mom and my two sisters has to leave with my older brother because the Russian put a price on her head. I mean, because she was working for the president of Afghanistan, and she has to leave. That's my story. Start at the age of 12 when the communists invade Afghanistan, and I couldn't appreciate this country more than anything. That's why you mentioned I went to Afghanistan as a translator, DoD, Department of Defense, and they want me to go with the Army. There's nothing wrong with the Army. I did all my training on Fort Benning, Georgia, and one of the colonel like yourself came to my class. I say, who wants to go with the Marines? Nobody raised their arm, and I did. I raised my arm with my other guy. His name is Dawood, and two of us shipped to 29 Palm, and the rest of us history.
Well, did you actually, when you came over here in the 90s, are reading
80s, 85.
Oh, 80s. You had tried to enlist in the United States Marine Corps,
Yes,
but
I
there was a
was.
language barrier.
When I first came in here, I was 19, was not word of English, and I was trying to learn English as much as I can because we got kicked out from Afghanistan of only ninth grade education, and came here, learn English, and I was always on the back of my mind, I want to become an actor, become an author, become an officer, Marine, or anybody. And I
Right.
went to Hacienda Heights, California, to one of those malls. Recruiter was there. I walk in with my broken English. I told them I want to be Marine, and they gave me like 5, 6 sheets, and you have to make a hole on those sheets. I answered this question, and I tried to read it. I couldn't understand, and I was guessing. And guess what?
Yeah.
I fell. I didn't pass the test. They told me to go study more, and they gave me that big book and
Yeah.
just go study about
The
them.
ASVAB book. Go study this.
Yeah, go
I can't
study
speak
this.
English, but hey, man, a lot of
I
pictures.
was I will take pictures, and that was it. That was but the back of my mind, I want to pay my dues because this country saved me from the communists, thanks to Ronald Reagan, thanks to the church in Virginia, Charlottesville's Robert Filney, the priest, and sponsor us to come to this beautiful country. And I want to pay back. I want to pay back to join the Marine, but I couldn't. Then 9/11 happened, and I saw I was very successful in Hollywood to keep going forward. And one day I get a job as a culture technical advisor. And Charlie Wilson War, when we went to Morocco,
Oh, yeah.
shoot it there. And Charlie Wilson himself from Texas, which is you guys come from,
Right.
he says, Fahim, you did such a good job. Why don't you go help the military? I'm saying, what should I do? It says, the way you did it here, you coach 1,000 Moroccan how to speak Afghani and tell us what to do in the movie. And you can do it to tell the military. Then I came back 2 years later. I made a decision, 2009, and I saw a commercial that said they need a translator. And back of my mind, I said, I do speak all these languages. Why cannot pay my dues for this beautiful country? Then I called my manager, my agent, told my wife and my daughters, I'm going to pay my dues for this beautiful country. And that's it. I joined them.
They had to say you are absolutely nuts.
My agent was crazy. What are you talking about? You just did an Ironman. You did such a good job. Your career's going booming. This. You're the right track. Come on, what do you do? I said, I just want to pay my dues. This country needs me. This country done a lot for others, done a lot for us, defeat the communists, and I want to pay back. And I did. And I'm very proud of it. I did it with the Marines.
Hey, oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me do this. Put you in a solo layout. So
there we go. That's why I'm proud of this Marine flag, and I'm proud of what I did for this, and I'm proud of what I did for this flag as well, and I'm proud of what I was born. Pay back.
Hey, your adopted country and your birth country. I love it.
Yeah.
What? Tell us about that flag right there, because
this flag was flowing in a letterneck, and General Mills, I was working with for his team, and he pulled it down. He gave it to me with the certificate, and I do have the certificate at home. I'm right here framing my wall. And today, because of your show, I took it out from the box and
that's awesome.
Hang it there for you.
Well, look at this. You're hanging out with the Commandant, General Amos.
Yep. As a Captain Benson coming on, and me, we were on a bougie bus, which is the most dangerous place that was there.
Right. Oh,
yes.
Man, that is incredible. I got another shot of you.
This is Dilaram, which is the corner of Helmand province, and Nimruz and Kandahar.
Well, what was it like for you to go back? I mean, were you, I know you went to Charlottesville. Was there an Afghan community in Charlottesville that you were still practicing Dari and?
No, Pashtun? Actually, no, there was no Afghan. We were the first Afghan to arrive in Charlottesville as a refugee. And later on, we made a decision 3 months later, go to moved to California.
Mhm.
And because my uncle was here, we weren't planned to practice our Dari and Pashto. We were more worried how to learn English, which is we did. We followed the law and we obeyed the law and we learned the law and the system of this country. And me and my brother and sister tried to figure out how to obey the law, do not break the law, and learn and just follow the law. And the most beautiful country in the world.
Well, I appreciate that, man. It is. It really is a good
It is.
country.
I mean, like you earlier say, a lot of people take it for granted, this country. Even American born here, they take it for granted. I mean, look at you guys have electricity, water, you guys have everything. You have to don't worry about the plane bombing or ID outside of bombing, killing, shooting. Of course, it's not perfect country. I mean, we have a little issues there, here, there. I mean, it's a big country, but it's still
Yeah.
overall, we are safest, beautiful, richest country in the world. And
Yeah.
don't forget that you wake up in the morning, your electricity's on, your hot water's on, cold water's, your coffee is ready. Don't forget all those things. You get in the car, you drive safe. You don't have to worry about bombing, killing, suicide bomber. It is the most beautiful country if we keep it that way.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, Afghanistan was my favorite tour.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of my favorite tours because it was absolutely gorgeous. If you go to Jalalabad and you're looking at the mountains, the Tora Bora Mountains, or
Yeah.
the flat deserts out west, and looking at Iran, or
Mhm.
Bamyan was
Yeah.
just incredible. And Bamyan was so nice because we literally landed, and the Kiwis, they were in charge of that area. They go, you just sit in the back of the pickup truck and drive around. We didn't have to get into up armored because
Yeah.
everybody there loved us and was
They
friendly and
yeah.
nice, and they didn't
There
like the
we call them
Taliban, so it was very safe.
we call them the Mongol people, which is they look like Asian.
Yeah.
Them Azara, which is they came when Afghanistan. You have to understand we've been invaded by empires left and right.
Yep.
1839, what the British did it 3 times. 322 BC, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Genghis Khan as well, and Russian, British, everybody invade Afghanistan. Everybody left their children and they walk away. That's
Right.
why if you go towards Jalalabad and Nuristan, a guy look like you, blonde hair, blue eyes. If you go south, you see the Asian-looking Afghan. We're very melted people. We have dark, blonde, blue,
Yeah.
any color, any kind of people you name it is there.
Oh yeah. Well, there was the famous National Geographic photo
The
of the
the
girl
girl,
with the most incredible blue eyes. She's just beautiful.
yeah,
And we saw, well, when I was in Kabul or the surrounding areas or anywhere I went, the hold on a second there. The kids, they got to a certain age, then they got into the burqas. And so
yeah,
you would talk to the children and stuff at a very young age. Then at whatever, 12, 13, the girls were in burqas. It wasn't until Bamiyan, I think, that we met a lot of the local um, children, but because of the cultural thing, wouldn't go talk to them.
right.
Don't want to cause an incident, lose face or anything like that with the family. But it was very interesting to me to look and see the kids, and they're just like kids everywhere that just want to play soccer, play ball, live a life, go to school, and have friends.
Yeah,
It's no
with
different.
the time my parents grew up, that was very modern country. There was no burqa, no a few villages wearing burqa. My mom was with a skirt, my dad with a suit, like you guys, similar to here. But you have to understand, we've been invaded by empires, by different, what do you call, fundamentalist government and communist government. Everybody bring their own rules over there to change people. We Afghan people demolished for century, but hopefully peace coming to Afghanistan one day, because we've been abused for almost 400 or 500 years.
Yeah, I've never figured out, why did the Russians
Uh,
invade?
Because the Silk Road, sir. Afghanistan, the most important geography located, and Afghanistan is the richest country in the world. We have a lithium, we have uranium, we have a natural gas, we have a gold, we have everything, but never been touched. The richest country in the world, but never been touched. They call Afghanistan the second Saudi, which is Saudi have oil, we have a lot of emerald.
Well, I know you
And
have the gems, the precious stones,
yeah,
and
yeah. And natural gas, lithium. Lithium, the most important things coming from Afghanistan. Two countries provided, Chile and Afghanistan. Afghanistan is the most important country because it's coming, the Russian coming from the north, the Silk Road. Indian Ocean is very important to beat the Russian. But you have to understand this war is started 18th century between East and West, which is the British who always want to invade Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, which is what Pakistan used to be India. And the Russian is always stand up against it. And Afghanistan been a football field for a long time between East and West.
right.
That's why everybody wants to come take Afghanistan. And no one is a funny part. They're coming Afghanistan, but it's hard to get out. That's why they call Afghanistan graveyard.
The graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Graveyard of empires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were there. We were out in a couple different places like Herat. They had a tank farm next to the airport, just full of. I even found a Russian World War II T-34.
Yeah.
And all sorts of really cool armor that the Russians just, I guess, left. It didn't work, or
right.
kind of like us. I mean, we left so much stuff.
We American left so many stuff, but you have to understand, that was all negotiated in Qatar between Taliban and CIA agent. There's all planned. Hopefully, this plan come out good. Hopefully, everything come out good. That's what I pray.
Yeah. What was it like as a 12-year-old when the Russians invaded?
When I was 12, one morning I wake up, the Russian tank was outside the back our streets, and I keep asking my dad, who are they? And my dad keeps saying, they're communists, they're going to kill us. And I was building anger towards them because I don't want to be a communist. I don't want to be atheist. And they says, my father used to educate us a little bit. They says, they make you not believe God anymore. This, there. And when I was 12, my mom left with my two sisters and brother, and I lost interest to go to school. And I was going to Russian bases, trade T-shirt, American T-shirt like Muhammad Ali or cigarette, the Kint cigarette. And I was selling the part of the gun or part of the all the material I was getting from the Russian traded with T-shirt, and I was selling to this shoemaker. And this shoemaker, I found out later on, he was working with Pakistan with CIA, and all these propaganda papers, they used to give it to us with kids, and we used to pass that. And we didn't know, we were young, we didn't know what this shoemaker was working with. And of course, the shoemaker was well connected. Later on, we found out he got killed because they found out he was working for CIA.
Did your dad ever figure out what you're doing?
No, I was hiding from him. I've been hiding from him. He caught me a couple of times. My hand was greasy, and he caught me on my backpack. There was a part of the gun magazines. He asked me, what are you doing? He was beating me up so badly. And he found out a bunch of cash. I was selling the Russian parts, whatever they give it to us. And he found so much cash in my pocket, and he was quizzing me. And I did tell him one day, I don't want to be part of the Russian school. I don't want to be part of the Russian communist. That if you want to save us, we have to leave. Otherwise, I'm going to get killed. Then he made it 3 years later when my mom left. And we didn't know where my mom was. And my mom was, we didn't know she was in America or anywhere. but still people was put it two together. My mom was in America. The kids used to call us CIA kids. Hey, CIA kids, your mom is booming over there. There's this very naughty words they use against us. And
Right.
3 years later, my dad made a decision, and they wake us 5 in the morning. We got in Jingo truck and we'll drive towards Jalalabad, which is you were there, and we stop in Surubi. We got pulled over in Surubi checkpoint by Russian and Afghan checkpoint. And believe it or not, one of the checkpoint guy was my cousin. And my cousin looked at me and looked at my dad, look at it. He didn't say anything. He let the bus go. And I'm very appreciative what he did. He didn't
Did you
last.
ever get up with him when you went back over there?
No, no, he's in Holland right now. He's in Netherlands right now.
Oh,
I
wow.
wish I can meet him again and want to thank him from the bottom of my heart. He could have told the Russian or his commanders they're escaping Afghanistan.
Right.
He could have pulled us down from the bus. But
Yeah.
thanks God he didn't. I mean, then later on, the bus stopped halfway from Kabul to Jalalabad. We walk towards east towards Pakistan. Took us 7 days, 7 nights, and we ended up to Palachanar, Pakistan, and we became a refugee there. That's it.
And you guys got stuck in a camp for a couple
We
years,
were
right?
there for 2 years, 2.5 years, and thanks to one Marine guy, we went to an embassy and he filled up our paperwork, and he was speaking a little Pashto Dari, and he filled it up. He said, well, "Don't worry, we're gonna find your mom where your mom is." And 2 weeks later, we come back, or 3 weeks later, and yeah, I saw a smile in his face. And a Marine guard in embassy in Islamabad, and he said, "We found your mom. Your mom is in Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia." Then we got the phone
That's so
number.
cool.
We got the phone number, and we went to the phone booth. We changed like a couple hundred Pakistani pesos. We keep putting money on the. I
Yeah.
still remember. I still remember there was 703 there, and all of a sudden my mom answered the phone. I think that was here in America was 3 o'clock in the morning, over there 3 o'clock in afternoon. And my dad said, "Hello, Fahima." My mom's name is Fahima. "Hello, Fahima. How are you? This is Jamil." And all of a sudden I heard my mom yell at to my dad, and I didn't put it two and two together what's going on. And he says, "No, swear to God, I'm not married. Fahim is here. Your other son, Eris, is here. Somebody told my mom, my dad, Jamil, got married a young woman, and Fahim, me, and my brother got killed by Russian." And I know who
Oh,
the person is. That my uncle, my dad's brother, and my dad's sister, tried to mess with my mom's mind, and my mom lost. She got emotional problem. She
yeah.
go a little and under depression.
Yeah.
And I pick up the phone from my dad and says, of course, my voice changed. Now I'm 18 or 16. And my voice changed. He said, "Who are you?" I know for him is not a man. He was a little boy. I say,
Yeah.
"Mom, 4 years passed by, 3 years passed by. This is me." Then I described where was the kitchen was, where's the living room was, who was my neighbor, this. Then she calmed down. She was so happy. She was crying for hours over the phone.
God, that is
Yeah,
amazing. So
yeah,
when you
it is.
got back to the States, did you guys go straight to Charlottesville?
We came to New York first. Of course, everybody came to New York first. John F.
Right.
Kennedy. Then we drove to Charlottesville, and we opened the door. We all start crying, and newspaper was there, reporter was there. Everybody was taking picture. Family got united after 5 years.
Oh, that is just phenomenal. And how did you like Charlottesville? Because that's where I went to high school.
I'll be honest with you, I really like it, but it was so quiet that time, like 36 years ago. That was very quiet and kind of farmy.
Yeah.
And I was working on the church field. I was cutting the grass. I was feeding the cows. There was a big farm behind the church, And Robert Filney, the priest, was help us how to get blend in. And he did a lot of good things. God rest in peace with him. God bless him. Yeah, he taught us a lot of good things. And I was throwing hays for cows. My tractors was there. I was a cowboy then. And 3 months later, we made the decision, move to California.
Yeah, big change, man, away from the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit warmer, I'll say, in the wintertime than Charlottesville.
It is. That was warmer. Actually, there was March. Yeah, March was okay.
Yeah, March can get cold too, but there was an awesome restaurant there called the White Spot.
Oh.
Right there on the main drag, Charlottesville, UVA. But we
I've never been there, but I heard of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you go get a Gus burger, a hamburger with a big fried egg on it.
But that's awesome. I like it. You make me hungry.
Yeah, now make you hungry. But now, so you come back, and what did it feel like when you went back to Afghanistan with the Marines? A little. I mean, you volunteered, so your wife's a little upset with you, I bet.
No, she wasn't upset. No, she was worried about maybe I get killed. And I have a daughter, 10 years old daughter, and I made not a stubborn decision. I just want to pay my dues. I just wanted my dues for this beautiful country, and I did. She wasn't upset. She wasn't upset at all.
Well, here's a picture. Talk about that.
This first IED blew up on me, which is I was patrolling with Captain Benson and Staff Sergeant Cook. Staff Sergeant Cook, if you see the truck behind me, that's me with the uniform, and that's an Afghan. And I was the first Humvee, and with Staff Sergeant Cook, and Staff Sergeant Cook was telling the other Marine, the driver, avoid this, avoid this, avoid this. And as soon as we avoid the first IED, we know there was an IED there, but we couldn't see it. And the second truck behind us blew up, and thanks God nobody died. And we got out, took pictures and cleaned it up. The tires blew up. And the Taliban was so advanced and so planned it well. While we were there, and they start shooting us with mortars, and Staff Sergeant Cook says, I tell Staff Sergeant Cook, why don't you shoot back? He said, Fahim, we're not Russian. We're not Russian. If we were Russian, we can destroy the whole village right now. And they're coward. They're shooting from the villages. If we shoot back, we'd probably kill a lot of innocent people. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do, we spread up our Humvees everywhere. We were in Humvee, Ambrabs, and thanks God, they shot us like 10, 15 mortars, and mortars come and ended up next to us there. And thanks God, nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt. And we take care of a couple, we call the engineers, Army engineers, and we discover 5 more IDs, and we took all those IDs out, and we put rocks in front of the hole, make sure that when the civilians come and not their cars go that ditch. And we did, Staff Sergeant Cook did such a good job, and I was admire what he did. He could have shoot the village and destroyed the whole village, but he didn't.
Yeah. I remember talking about the Russians kid. I had a little orange, and my interpreter was with me, and we're sitting there talking, and I took a Sharpie pen and I drew like a little map of the world, and I did a dotted line from Afghanistan over to Texas. And I said, that's where I live. My family lives in Texas, and we're here. And the kid's like, no. You come from the north. You're part of those guys from the north. I'm like, no, I'm not Russian,
Yeah. That's happened to us. Captain Benson and I, we were patrolling this village called Bujibas, and we arrived there to ask question. The older man come in and ask him, tell this Russian why you're still here. And I translate to Captain Benson. Captain Benson, he says, you're a Russian. You're a atheist. And Captain Benson pulled his cross, show him the cross. And all of a sudden, the old Afghan man says, I love Jesus. Jesus mentioned on the Quran so many times. And the guy start kissing Captain Benson 4 or 5 times. And he had the tears in his eyes. Said, thank you for believing God. Thank you for not shooting our village and this. And even Captain Benson, young commander, he was surprised. They still, like I say, Afghan government, they keep their people on dark, and you're a witness. The last 20 years we were there. So many bribing going on. They stole a lot of money from us, from American, and they keep their people in dark. And of course, couple TV women's here there, but the rest of Afghanistan was dark. They kept them dark. That's how they do it. They keep their people dark and blind and uneducated.
What was the most, I'd say, terrifying mission that you went on in terms of things went south? You're supposed to probably meet with some elders, and Taliban had a little change of plans for you.
We had some plan with sub-governors. Well, I know sub-governors of Dilaram was kind of shady, and I want to make sure my Marines not get killed. And I go to his village, I walk with 3 Marines, and all of a sudden he come out with his 3 bodyguards. They say, Fahim, if you tell Captain Benson's get 10 feet closer to me, my soldiers right there, they're all waiting for us to shoot. And I'm so nervous, Colonel. I mean, I was shaking, and I was afraid to tell Captain Benson, they're going to shoot, they get ready, you guys will start shooting, and I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle, and I see Captain Benson and we have a little sign. That means I made a little sign that means dangerous and get rid of him, or he's bullshitting. That was our sign. He's bullshitting. I was doing BS, and you understand. And the killing zone coming, I was doing like this, and Captain Benson and his Marines, his warrior, was ready to shoot, and I was in the middle, and the sub-governors stand up here, Captain Benson, like 20 feet from each other. I'm telling what to say to him, and thanks God with my translation, I put a water on the fire, and everything cool off, and Captain Benson was using his knowledge, his experience. We could have I'm pretty sure they get shoot us, I shoot them, we shoot them, and I was the middle. I was probably the first person get killed.
Right. Oh,
I'll never forget that. And I came back. I came back inside to our base, and Captain Benson said, "Thank you for him. You cool everything." I says that's my job to make sure I do the right translation. But you have to understand, the guy was using F4 to Captain Benson's mom or sisters or wife, and I was make sure I'm not put up more gasoline on fire. I was make sure polish my translation, because I don't want to piss him off. And we were ready to shoot. But I was in the middle.
Have you, doing what you did, have you ever had any threats online, or I know
No, actually, we had
social media.
We on social media in this country, no. I mean, some people put some words here. They call me traitors and stuff like that. But guess what? Although people call me traitors, they all want to jump in a plane to come to America. Right. And they're dying to come to America, but they call me traitor. The only one threat, I was in Afghanistan. We were sitting inside our fob. The little boys show up with the little note and tell Captain Benson, and Captain Benson was reading it in English, was very broken English. And he says, we're going to kill Fahim. Fahim is wanted, and please tell Fahim, do not interfere to our culture, and do not be too friendly to our villagers, because I did such a good job. I was so friendly. I want to bring Marines and Afghan together. I want to make sure Marine and Afghan, they love each other. and they didn't like it. They didn't like it because they thought I was brainwashing them, those villagers, and they put price on my head. And thanks God, later on when I was leaving, 3-4 India company, when they left, I was there. I was with 3-7, and I stayed with 3-7, and they left the bounty on my head, and because with my translation, with my Marines, and I bring electricity, I bring a village, waters, well, we build a lot of clinic, we build a lot of mosque for them, and we make sure we provide everything the right way and not bribing them. We did, but we were more afraid of A&A and Afghan police because they're up to no good. We weren't afraid of Taliban, but we were afraid of them. Because they were
our own guys.
Yeah, we were own guys, and because the government, the Ghani and Karzai government, they kept them. We American give them $2,000 a month, but they putting in their pockets, and they didn't give their soldier the shoes or vacation or food. I never forget one Afghan A&A come over, tell Captain Benson, please tell your government, this government, you guys supporting the corruption's government, whatever money you have, like Americans spent $3 trillion in Afghanistan, and 15 billion of them disappeared, which is Dostum took it, and all the one took off in the plane from north and south, all the Northern Alliance, they took all the money and went to Turkey and Dubai.
Yeah. Oh, they're still trying to track that money down. They never will. I mean, there was that guy, Masood. What was his name?
Masood's son.
The head of narcotics. He was Duwat. It was the same name, first, last.
Right. They're all crooks.
Yeah, he had a horse farm in Charlottesville.
Yeah. And one of them right here in Beverly Hills, California, they bought a like $22 million house with our tax money, your tax money, and how many Marines die, how many Army die, and 100,000 Afghan die. And technically, with my advice and my culture technical advice, I wish I gave them more. We were supporting the wrong government.
Right.
We did.
Well, it's kind of it's
same thing with Vietnam.
All the local guys have their own thing. So when we started paying them, I remember the stories because I was working with the Afghan National Police, and we would pay those guys, and so the Afghan soldier got $300 a month, or a police officer got $300 a month. So the guy would count out one for you, 3 for me, 1 for you, 3 for me. And so then we got them ATM debit cards.
Yeah.
And then they would send a corporal or a sergeant with them to the ATM, 1 for you, 3 for me. So we never got that worked out.
No, because I will say something I know in national TV and social media. Don't forget this, what I'm going to tell you right now. Mm-hmm. Afghan government is always for rent, not for sale. As soon as you cut off their rent, they kick you out.
They're looking for the next guy, like the Chinese.
Yeah, they're Afghan government has been for centuries. They're always for rent.
Yeah,
but they've never been for sale.
I like that. Hell, the only way Alexander the Great got out of Afghanistan was
he
marrying
defeat them.
Warlord's daughter. Yeah.
He couldn't defeat them. He couldn't. I mean, Afghan people, they're very good people. They're very good warrior. They're very loyal. But the Afghan government, no.
Yeah. Whoever runs it's crazy.
We never had an honest government, except the king. The king was keep everything to his family for 40 years, 40. But he didn't do that much in Afghanistan either. I mean, Afghanistan has been almost 500-600 years old. Whoever come in, you have to understand, Afghanistan been in war every 30 years. Every 30 years, we get invaded by somebody.
30 years?
Or 20 years.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Every 20 years or every 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 1839, the British, the last invaders was 1879. Then Genghis Khan, not Genghis Khan, what is it called? The Russian came in 1979. Every 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, we've been get invaded. And
Taliban,
we're used to it. Taliban came 1996. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to understand who trained them. Pakistan. Pakistan is behind everything. But I've been telling my Marine, my commanders, all my intelligence, we have to get rid of the root of these germs. The root of these germs are building in Pakistan.
And yet we don't. I mean,
yeah.
And if you want to look at all my Brit friends, I'm sorry, but if you want to look at the root of all the issues, stems from when you guys went into Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, and when they separated India and Pakistan, and
took some land from us too.
And took the land, but
and they divide the Pashtun. The Pashtunistan used to be one tribe. The Pashtun is the majority of people in Afghanistan. The British did a lot of, with respect, they did a lot of damage in the Middle East, and Israel, and Morocco, and India, everywhere. China, and the British, what they call Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh, Taiwan.
I mean, they've had the Empire of the Setting Sun, but when you look at how many 15,000 Brits walked out and only one guy survived, the doctor?
Yeah, Dr. McNaughton.
Yeah.
Dr. McNaughton, he walked out with the horses. And same thing, actually, be honest with you, American didn't get defeated. American made negotiation with the Taliban in Qatar, which is Zalmay Khalilzad. He was in Qatar, and Obama did it. President Trump did it, and President Biden did it. And this war, Afghanistan war, started in 1979 when the Russian invaded Afghanistan. Ronald Reagan and Charlie Wilson was involved with sending stingers to help the Pakistanis, Afghanis, Mujahideen. That's how the Russian. Don't forget that Ronald Reagan was always dreamed to destroy the communists, but he says only one way we can destroy the communists with Afghan blood, American weapons.
Right.
And Ronald Reagan knew it. We Afghan were a good guerrilla fighters, and we can defeat anybody.
Well, I tell you, I had Russian helicopter pilots, and their view of being in Afghanistan in the 80s, it wasn't very pleasant.
No, because the Stinger was destroyed them.
Yeah, that's what he talked about. He he's like, I tell you something, we take off, we fly, and I look to my left, I see wingmen. I look to my right, I look back to my left. He's no longer there because you assholes gave them Stinger missiles. And I'm like, dude, that wasn't me. I was in high school,
Yeah. The American, be honest with you, we should thank Afghan. We destroyed the communists because of Afghanistan, Czechoslovakia, Poland, Hungary, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. They all got their freedoms.
True.
No more communists. Germany got their freedom because we defeat the Russian and we destroyed them. They couldn't support it anymore.
Nah, too expensive, man. That war is like us putting $1 billion a month in Afghanistan. So
that was pretty expensive. Yeah.
So in your career, what was the very first movie that you got into?
My first movie I got into in Rambo 3, which is everybody knows about Sylvester Stallone. I was an extra horseman, and we shot it in Arizona area. And we slowly got involved with the voiceovers. I got involved with extras. Slowly, I worked very hard to get my SAC card, which took me for a long time to get SAC card. And that was my dream. And I asked myself 6 questions. What's my dream? What's my passion? What's my hobby? What's my dream? No, apologize. Let me correct myself. Who am I? Who I want to be? Where I want to be? What's my dream? What's my passion? What's my hobby? I asked 6 questions myself, and I delivered it all. I want to be a soldier. I want to be a warrior, and I did it. And we wrote a book, and thanks to Michael Moffat, I met him in Afghanistan when I was patrolling, and I was translated for him. Actually, that's him. It's beautiful man, beautiful man. He did a lot for me. He helped me with the book, finished my book, Fahim Speaks, that's the one. And he helped me. I tell him the story. He took 15 trips from New Hampshire to California to come type whatever I was talking to him. And he was my angel to make my story become a book. And thanks to Captain Dill Dye, and he's the one published it with Dr. Julia. Yeah, okay. Dr. Julia. Yeah, they
published your book. That's outstanding.
Yeah, WPG. He did it. There you go. WPG.
Yep. Dale was my second guest.
Yeah, and what a great people! And I have one more good news. Now is a script. This producer's name is Lance Miku, and he's awesome. Lance Miku is very intelligent, very smart, and he done a lot of movies, and he accepted our project and he wrote a script for us. And the script's cause the name of the movie is going to be a Man of Two Worlds.
A Man of Two Worlds.
Yeah.
So who's going to play you? What actor out there can play you?
Hopefully somebody good looking, not ugly like me. I apologize.
Hey, man, maybe we get him to play you here, huh?
There we go.
Chris?
This is Chris Amsworth, which is I did 12 Strong. What a great guy. Hopefully he play me. No, he's not going to play me. It's probably some Hispanic or Italian, Greek guy is going to play me. And this is 12 Strong, the the movie 12 Strong, which is I was with them. We shot it in New Mexico, the freezing cold mountain. It was pretty bad. That was very cool.
I love you back there with the
hang loose.
Yeah, Shaka Khan. Oh my God.
Yeah, Lance Miku, he's gonna deliver our book become a movie, and I'm really believe him. Lance is a great guy, and I really believe his passion, his drive, and hopefully very soon it's going to start the next year. Next year is going to be the beginning of our movie.
So when Mike Moffat was over there with you, was that your last tour?
No, that was my second tour.
Second tour,
2010. Yeah.
What unit was he with?
He was with me 2010. He was actually historian. He was there as a colonel historian. He was coming separate. He was a guest. Actually, he was a guest over there for coming writing stories about
the historical unit at Quantico.
Here we go. Thank you. That's the one.
Yeah,
that's
as a matter of fact.
Here we go. Oh, Afghanistan. Oh, gotcha. Is that the calendar?
No. It's a book written by Lieutenant Colonel David Binhoff.
Okay.
And the photographs.
Nice.
But that's the Marine Corps University Press and the historical sections, and yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Lance Mikio, he was a Marine. No, he was a Navy. Actually, the guy who wrote Mikio, Lance Mikio. He was he did 2-3 tours with the Marine and Lebanon, doing
Vietnam. Oh, okay.
No, Lebanon, Beirut.
Oh, Lebanon.
Beirut.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, Lebanon. Yeah, he did it with that. Yeah, he did. He has a lot of experience, which is once this become a movie, he's gonna put all his backward. And I want to share my second book. It's called Blood and Family. Blood and Family. Yeah, this is my second book come out. Hopefully one day I get a chance to write it, sign it for you, send it to your home.
Oh man, I tell you what, I would love that, Fahim. So we've got Fahim the actor, Fahim, the refugee, Fahim, working with Marines. I'm so damn proud of you. I really,
Thank you.
I, t- I was,
Thank you.
I was,
Thank
te-
you.
I mean, because I was telling my wife tonight, if I could write the Commandant of the Marine Corps and tell him there are people that receive the honorary Marine. You, in my mind, deserve this honor. I'm going to talk to Mike about it. We're going to put a package together. I really think with the stuff that you've done with our guys overseas, you deserve it. Your life was on the line. You didn't have to go.
Thank you.
You
That
did.
will make my dream come true. If you do that, I will be. That's it. I will always respect the way you guys did, because I do respect Marines. I do want to be part of their family with, if you do that, and I am
Well,
part of their family. I
yeah,
am
you
there.
are. I guarantee you that every guy you served with, you helped in some way to keep them from getting ambushed, to give them this
I mean, I did
information.
my best. Actually, I one time I walking in a bazaar in Dilaram with the stuff. I mean, with General Mills, and I saw this owner of the store give him a dirty look or something, and I pushed General Mills on the side, and I go talk to the guy. Can I help you? And
Uh-huh.
General Mills saw that, and later on, before he take off with his chopper, he handed to me a challenge coin. He said, "Thank you," and yeah. I
That is
never
so cool.
forget that, and that's why General Mills gave me the flag too. The
Oh,
general,
that's Fahim. That's
yeah,
phenomenal.
and I'm very honored to be part of your guys' family, and I'm honored to, if I receive that letter from you, honorables, I mean, that's it. My dream's gonna be complete.
Yeah. Hey, there's Adam Driver. He was a Marine.
Right.
He wasn't in the war, but he was a Marine. So it's in my mind. I'm sitting here, um, as I think about people that served our country and are in Hollywood. Um, Dale Dye, Freddie Joe
Yeah.
Farnsworth. Um, so many different. There are a few out there, but not many.
I think I'm the only one stop acting, go back to the war, and I'm very proud of it to be called myself American, born Afghan, and Marine. I prefer call myself Marine than actor. And I people were so pissed off at me. He said, Why are you going to war?" I'm saying, with my right translation, I can save a lot of people, and
Yeah.
which is did. And my watch, nobody died. And my translation, nobody died. And
Hey,
I'm be the first Afghan American actor uh, uh, stop my career and took
yeah.
off.
Yeah, but now look at what you bring back to a movie set. Your actual experience on the fobs,
Oh
on
yeah,
what the guys wear, what the Afghans were wearing,
yeah,
what the Marines were wearing, or soldiers, or how they carried themselves. You
yeah.
bring so much back because of your experience.
As an advisor, I do. When I get movies and TVs, they hire me as a culture technical advisor and linguist as well.
Yeah.
And I kill two birds in one stone. And I do educate them how to hold up guns. I mean, usually Marines advisors there, but for my own culture, Afghan culture, I'm always give them advice.
Right. Well, what movies do you want to plug right now? What's coming up that you want everybody
I'm
to go see?
working a TV show called Bosch.
Oh yeah, I know Bosch. I love that show.
Yeah, and this called a spin-off. And guess what my character is? Translator. My character is a translator, and it's other movie coming. Hopefully, you started shooting 2020. That characters, I'm a translator as well.
Wow. All right, man. You get back
Yeah,
into your old digs.
yeah,
Do you pull out your old uniform, tell
yeah,
wardrobe? I'm already
yeah.
set, man. I got my
I'm already
Marine
set.
digits.
Yeah, yeah. I'm already set.
Or
It's gonna be fun.
they
It's
try to
gonna be
put you in
fun.
traditional garb. You're like, no, 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 man. I've already got my Marine
No,
duties.
no, no, no. I have all my Marine uniform with me and my gear. I did return a bunch of the one was touching my body. I kept it.
Yeah.
And I didn't kept it. Actually, they gave it to me. They gave it to me. The one wasn't supposed to return it. I gave it to them
Well, good,
because
good.
I don't want IRS coming after me.
Whatever you want, let me know. I've got a whole truck full of stuff I
Thank
can
you,
hook you
thank
up
you,
with.
thank you,
Look at
thank you. That's
whoever
nice.
did this shot of you. You're a good-looking man right there, man. Yeah, it was
Thank
a
you, thank
great
you.
picture.
I've been lately. I'm working as distinguished look, which is a lot of these kind of looks. I get more jobs, and now I can play as Italian, Greek, all these rough, tough-looking guy. Because
Right.
distinguished look is more popular right now than pretty boys.
Yeah, that's pretty boy right there.
Yeah, that's pretty
This
right.
is interpreter right there. That's pretty
Yeah.
boy, man. You're all shaved. You can't
Actually,
even.
that was the day I shave. This is 80, the 12 is wrong.
Oh,
The one you passed it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you
shaved
shave.
that day. I shaved that day because just I was so heavy. My face was getting. I had a long beard, and I
Yeah,
want to just. I did come on vacation and go back.
that is funny. How about
Yeah, this one, the whole troop from 12 is strong. The TV 12 is, I mean, the movie 12 is strong. They took a picture. TV show
there's a
called 18.
there's a picture I took. There's Hazara,
Oh,
as you were
yeah,
talking
they're
about.
sweet people. They're very sweet people.
Yeah, very
They're the
nice.
Mongol Genghis Khan's children.
Yeah,
Very nice and very polite.
they were they were a lot of fun. We would go into their little villages and give rice and oil and
Thank
clothes
you.
and
Thank
books
you.
and
Yeah.
stuff like
That's
that. Try to
very,
take care of them.
be honest with you, Colonel, you did a lot, and I'm appreciate what you did for this country and my birth country. And God is watching you. Look at you. You're happy. You have beautiful life, beautiful children. You know what that come from? You did something.
Yeah,
You
well,
did
we all.
something. Is we don't have to grab a gun and go to shoot everybody. We can do a lot of things like you and I did it over there. As I'm lack of, I mean, my language save a lot of people. My
Yeah.
translation save a lot. And you go village to village and help the people, the women, children. And I saw all those your pictures on your Facebook and your website. And you did a lot. You did a lot, and I want to salute you for that. What you did.
Nah, the guys did a hell of a lot more than me, but I tell you, I fell in love with the people.
People,
Uh,
very nice people. They are Afghan people, very loyal, very straightforward. They're not zigzag, and they believe all the religion. They're not fundamentalists. I mean, these groups right now taking over. Hopefully, they calm down a little bit because I'd rather have this group than those corruptions a group that fool American for 20 years.
right.
They've been lied to Americans for 20 years. And I'm
Well,
very upset at them. They all took off with the money.
God, I mean, there are a ton of examples of that, unfortunately, and we're never going to get that money back. And I don't know if we'll find the people to prosecute them. It's just,
They're already in Turkey and what do you call Dubai. I'm pretty sure
yeah.
CIA will figure out one day.
They'll show up, knock on their door one day,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say, "Hey,
they
by the
will.
way, do you remember me,
Yeah,
Uncle
we give
Sugar?"
you
Says,
$1 million. Especially this World War, two of them from Mazar Sharif, one Atanur and one of the Dostum. They took off with a lot of money.
Dustrom. That's just who was Dustrom again?
Dostum, there was the Mazar Sharif Waldort. He was the one helping
Yes.
American when first we invade Afghanistan. He was the one help us.
Right.
He's the one who was help us.
Didn't he get killed though?
No, he didn't. Masood got killed. The Northern Alliance, Masood got
Right.
before the
Okay.
9/11. He got killed by Masood was a good guy, but they kill him. They kill him. They kill.
Yeah.
Be honest with you, nice people they're gonna get killed over in Afghanistan. Honest people doesn't work over there. I
Right.
mean, the government, like I said, they're for rent. They're not for sale. As soon as you don't pay their rent, they kick you out.
Yeah. I was I was looking for a picture of the kid earlier. There was a kid I met on Chicken Street in Kabul,
Yeah,
and he
I
spoke
remember.
Russian, English, German, Pashtun, Dari.
Yeah,
He spoke like 5 or 6 different languages.
yeah.
Um,
Most of Afghan, they speak 4 or 5 languages. Myself, I speak 6 languages.
yeah, it's amazing to me.
Yeah,
And this,
we came. I mean, we don't have enough education but to learn those, but I just self-taught. We learned how to speak all
yeah,
these
very
languages.
smart. But the biggest regret was they wouldn't. I talked to my wife about adopting this young boy, and I
They
said if
won't
we
let
get,
it. They won't let.
they wouldn't let me because
Yeah,
um,
the
not
government
Muslim.
rules.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, be honest with you, we all grew up over there with the Hindu, with Jews, Muslim. We all was a brother. Now these war cause a lot of problems. You're Christian, you're Muslim, you're Hindu, you're Jew. It's never been like this. The time we grew up. The
yeah,
time we grew up, my best friends was Jewish. We didn't practice anything. I mean, we all called ourselves brother and sister. We never go to mosque or church or anything. We just loved it, and spiritual. We enjoyed life.
yeah. Life was good back then, simpler.
Yeah, simple.
Well, you know
There
what?
was
I got a couple things I'll show you here. Cindy
sure.
Lee, oh my God, thanks for a great broadcast. I
Thank
agree,
you.
Cindy. This incredible interview. Megan Cruz Miller. Tim, I had Tim on a couple weeks ago. That was a great show. Rich, fascinating story. Thank you both for sharing. If you guys can get his book, Fahim Speaks, look for that on Amazon.
Yes, Amazon.
Amazon,
Amazon.
there you go. Ed Carr. Yeah, from above. Yeah, I agree. That was definitely nice. Oh, Freddie Joe, spit it out. I guess I was stumbling. As I do, my brain was not working fast enough. Yeah, it is. It's Afghanistan really is. I don't know. Iraq, I never got to leave the base except by helicopter and in beautiful sunsets, but just flat and sand. Whereas Afghanistan was snow covered mountains and pine trees and it was just gorgeous. Now,
Afghanistan, for your audience, I want to give a little information where Afghanistan located. First of all, Afghanistan is now the Middle Eastern. Afghanistan is Central Asia, which is located in Central Asia next to China, Iran, Pakistan, China, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. And our country is 22,000 feet high mountain, and the flood area is only 5,000 or 3,000. Afghanistan is Kabul city is called the roof of the highest city in the world.
right.
The highest is called the roof city, what a rooftop city of the Central Asia.
Yeah, it's high, surrounded by mountains.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Even we have what do you call it? Snow in summertime in the mountain.
Yeah. Except for the wintertime when the snow was falling and people were burning tires to stay warm and
Oh yeah,
the suit
because
just
of,
went up.
like I say, lack of the education, lack of government stealing money from us, from the people. I mean, you have to understand, Colonel. You guys helped $3 trillion. Where the money go?
Yeah.
Where the money go, and why we couldn't defeat the Taliban? Because they lied to us. The government, Afghan government, lied to us. They says they have a 350,000 soldier. They lied to us. Only 20,000 soldier was there, and they took, like yourself. You say you two for me, one for you, two one for me. American government, one mistake they did. They should have listened to locals. Where the money go?
Right.
Only 2,000 people got rich in Afghanistan in 20 years. 2,000 people, where they are, they all took off to Turkey and Dubai,
Well, let
and
me ask.
They left all the poor people outside.
Yeah, and they always get shafted.
Yeah.
But let me ask you. It was a touchy subject just a few months ago, but the withdrawal from Afghanistan, I was heartbroken when I watched that, and I felt even though I didn't want to be there for a lifetime, it was nice to think that an entire generation of Afghanis grew up free to worship what they wanted, to do this, to go to school. The little girls that I saw to go to school, and then the disfigured girls I would see with the acid burns. As they're walking out of school, the guys that would just throw battery acid on their face. Horrific things now are going to come back. You know,
hopefully not, because the way U.S. intelligence talked to the Taliban, the way they made a deal without not single fires got shot and they took over. Hopefully, I mean, you have to understand, American government is not stupid. American CIA is not stupid. They already know who they are. Mm-hmm. And that's why they brought them, or they came with their support to Afghanistan. I mean, you have to understand, no one can defeat superpower, but the superpower can get defeated. I've miscalculations, but that was planned very well, and hopefully these Taliban to give the freedom for the women's, children's, and the damage is already done. The damage was done when 20 years was there. Hopefully I wish we didn't invade Afghanistan, only invade them with technology, with this, get rid of the Taliban, bring everybody together, not to spend so much money in there. We did give the wrong people the money, the wrong hand. And I'm crossing my finger these Taliban do something nice. I mean, I just watched a YouTube channel of Afghan TV. I mean, no corruptions right now, no raping, no hijack, no kidnapping, no child molesting, $100 bills over there, nobody touching it. It's a lot of good rules. They brought it. Hopefully they keep it that way and give a women's right and children's right to go to school. That's what I'm guessing. But the good things about no more bribing, no more kidnapping, no more child molesting or do stupid things.
Right.
When the time we were there was a lot of kidnapping. There was a lot of stuff going on. Even one truck drivers came over, stopped to our base. He was crying. He was telling me, "Tell you, Captain Benson, by the time I get to Kabul, the Afghan government stopped me like 10 different checkpoints bribing. By the time I take the banana or apple to Kabul, I have to give them like $10,000 bribing."
Jeez.
Yeah, they did a lot of bad things. I'm very disappointed. I was wishing didn't ended up that way. I wish Americans stay there, but we didn't know what happened in Qatar when they did the American intelligence talk to the Taliban, how they came out. Yeah, the deal. We don't know. You and I were just officers, followed the rules. That's it.
Yeah, 5, baby. Here's a good. Joe says, Afghan interpreters are far more than that. They understood the country, the culture, the real estate. They undoubtedly saved many Marine lives. We owe them. You're right, Joe. Outstanding.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for notice this. Yes, without translation, when we go villages, I was eye and ear for the Marines. Make sure I hear, listen. I make sure nobody ambushes and nobody wait for us. And thanks God, I didn't get killed because I was the one going first in the house. I was the one going first, and God was with me. I did the right thing, and thanks God, no Marine died in my watch, and no Marine, my team all come safe and sound. Yeah. 3-4 India company.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Who in Hollywood would you like to work with? Who would be your
I did work
guy?
I did work with Tom Hanks, Clint Eastwood, Bruce Willis, Philip Hoffman, Simori died, for Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr. I worked with all top actors. I'm done. I'm just waiting for working with Robert De Niro. That's it. Robert, I love his look. I love his look.
Scott Gibson, he's on my show quite a bit. Honorary Marine for sure. What a story. Hope the movie gets made for him. You got to get Scott to play Mike Moffat.
Sure, that'd be cool.
He's an actor.
Scott, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, he was in
Colonel Moffat. Yeah, Colonel Moffat, I have a good role. I wish I have the script to read it, the whole thing for you guys, but I can't because keep it secret until the movie come out. like Lance Miku. He did a good job. He put a lot of polishing, a lot of good role for Michael Moffat. Hopefully we put it together. And actually it is, we just got an email, LA funding accepted. We'll see what happened because the holiday we have to postpone.
Well, let's look for good news, man. And Scott,
thank you.
He played Captain Haldane in the Pacific. I'd love to see him play another Marine and be an honorary Marine too. But you, my friend, you deserved. You put your life on the line. Damn it.
Yeah, so, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Well, I will definitely pursue with Mike on my end and my connections.
Thank you, sir.
What we need to do this, my friend, because I don't throw that out lightly. I really don't.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. That means a lot, and that will be my beautiful. Even as not happened, I still respect what you thought of me, and thank you for your service. Thank you for being nice, kind to all those villages. Bring a rice, tea, water, and I want to salute you. God loves you, and don't forget those Afghan. Always remember you what he did for those villages, sir.
Yeah. Hey, assalamu alaikum and
salam alaikum. Tashakkur. Khudafiz.
Yeah.
Salam alaikum. Take care. Yeah, you have a good one.
Hey, hang on 1 minute, and I'm gonna talk to you in a second. All right?
Sure.
Hey, folks, I hope you enjoyed the interview. Cindy, I promise I'll get the book posted on here and the link to Amazon. And Megan says, wonderful. Thank you, Fahim, for your service and helping our country. Damn Skippy. I'm telling you what, there are a lot of people that talk to talk. There are a lot of people that actually perform. And this guy performed under pressure in a war. There's no takes. There's no back to Mark 1. Hey, get ready. We're going to shoot this scene again. Special effects guys, get your squibs going. No, he's out there with the Marines, and it's real live take. Boom, there you go. Watch out for the IEDs. Don't get shot. So I know his wife was on pins and needles, like all of our spouses were when we were deployed. But God love Fahim for what he did. Really, all the interpreters, we helped get a bunch out that had gotten stuck over there. And it was definitely well worth it because those guys put their lives on the lines for us. They still continue to do that. Their families are at risk. So if you get a chance to help some of the Afghan refugees, please lend a hand. Definitely. Hope you enjoyed the show. Share, like, and hit subscribe. Share it with your friends. And we will see you next Tuesday with Tall Tales with Taco. Is it my birthday? Yeah, I guess it is my birthday. We're gonna have Sluggo Tim back on. He's gonna continue his part 2 of Iraq and moving out. So until then, you guys, adios, hasta luego, se wiedersehen, tschüss, shishini, au revoir, domo arigato gozaimasu, tando shinde, kurasai, ciao, arrivederci, tashakkur. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Take care.